Hey guys! Many people have asked in the comments to talk a little more about how to burn fat and make our body burn fat without doing physical activity. This is because some people have health conditions that prevent them from exercising, such as back problems or other debilitating conditions. So is there any way to prioritize fat burning through food? Do you have any tips that don't necessarily involve doing physical activity? Stay in this video until the end, and we'll explain. First of all, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, enjoy it right now. We have new videos every week that you won't want to miss. We're talking about people who don't have medical clearance to do physical activity, but also those who, even though they are cleared and know the benefits, can't fit physical activity into their lives due to lack of time. We go through periods like this in life where we can't really dedicate time to physical activity, even though it should be a priority. So, how can we make our organism continue burning fat even without doing physical training? Let's start with the basics. Food. Most people have a diet that includes bread, biscuits or fruit for breakfast, a mid-morning snack, a lunch of rice, beans, meat and salad, another afternoon snack such as bread or something else, and so on. I'm not saying stop eating, but I do want to point out that people get used to consuming a significant amount of carbs throughout the day. The problem is that carbohydrates trigger insulin production to store the excess glucose we are consuming. When there's too much sugar in the blood, it gets stored in the fat cells, which we don't want. Insulin is an anabolic hormone, that is, when it is secreted, we cannot perform lipolysis, which is fat burning. So these two things cannot coexist. We need to choose between one of them. So what are the top tips for transforming your body into a body that burns more fat, even without physical activity? The first is related to the reduction of insulin secretion. To do this, you can take an approach of decreasing high glycemic index simple carbohydrates in large amounts throughout the day. However, this does not apply to all people, as some people are unable or unwilling to drastically reduce their carbohydrate intake. In these cases, one can choose carbohydrates with less impact on insulin secretion, such as lentils, chickpeas and other foods with a low glycemic index. Another thing you can do in conjunction with this first change, if you wish, is to try to fast for at least 12 hours. After 12 hours of fasting, the body has already depleted its plasma glucose stores and used up most of its liver glycogen stores, which allows fat burning to occur more easily. For example, you can anticipate dinner and make breakfast at the usual time, creating an overnight fasting window to activate fat burning. It is important to learn more about intermittent fasting and what to eat or avoid during this fasting window. Many people ask how long it will take to start burning more fat after reducing their carb intake and adopting intermittent fasting. It is important to remember that this can vary from person to person. Some may notice differences in as little as 2 days, while others may take up to 2 months. It is an individual process, and each person reacts differently. On average, in about 7 days, it is already possible to observe a significant difference in weight reduction. However, it's important to point out that you should seek individualized advice from a nutritionist or doctor to find out which approach works best for you. Remember that even if you can't do gym workouts or targeted physical activity, you can still stay active in your everyday life. Take the stairs instead of the elevator, walk more at work or school, make small changes to stay active and burn more calories. Share in the comments below your experience in the fight for weight loss, if physical activity is not an option at the moment. I look forward to reading your comments. Please share this video with those who might benefit from this information. Let's work together to spread the good. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel to receive more useful content. To the next.